Good morning. Today we'll see how to design asynchronous sequential circuit. So previously we have seen how to design a synchronous sequential circuit. This is asynchronous sequential circuit. So previously we'll have the state diagram or else we'll have a state table. So by keeping that state table we'll reduce or we'll write the table. If we have state diagram we have to write the state table, and if we have state table then from that we have to use the flip-flops. Then we have to minimize and we'll do K-map, etc. Now we have this asynchronous sequential circuit. Here the question will be like this: design an asynchronous sequential circuit with two inputs. So what they have given is two inputs. What are the two inputs? X and Y. So they have given that they have two inputs. The inputs are X and Y. Then the next one, which has one output. What is the output? So output is Z. So we have two inputs X and Y and with one output, that is Z. So whenever Y is 1, so whenever Y is equal to 1, the input X is transferred to Z. So it is understood that when Y is 1, the input X is transferred to Z. So we have output Z as X. So first we have to understand the question, then it is very easy to solve this. So we have two input X, Y, one output is Z. When Y is 1, input X is transferred to Z. So Z will be equal to X. When Y is equal to 0, so when Y is 0, the output does not change for any change in X. So the output will never change. Therefore, there will be no change in output. So this is the question. So only simple. They have given inputs X, Y, output is Z. So we have that Y is equal to 1. When this Y is equal to 1, one input, that is Y input is equal to 1, Z will be equal to X. The Z is output. When Y is equal to 0, then there will be no change in the output. We don't have any changes in the output. Now we are going to solve this. So the step 1 is we have to draw the state diagram. So here we have following steps. So first step is draw the state diagram. So while drawing the state diagram, what we have to do is, just listen here. Let us write the condition. That is, if Y is equal to, so it is not visible. If Y is equal to 1, Z is equal to X. If Y is equal to 0, then there will be no change in output. That's it. So this is what we have to do. And the inputs are X and Y and the output is Z. That's it. Now what we are going to do is we have to draw the state diagram. Once if we understand the question and if we draw the state diagram, then the entire sum will be over. So let us take the first state as A. So let us take first state as A. And we have two inputs X, Y and output is Z. First input is 0, 0 because here we have only two inputs. So we have only 2 bits. If we have 3 inputs X, Y, Z, then we have to take 3 bits 0, 0, 0. So here we have 2 inputs X, Y and the output is 0. Why we are putting here 0? Because when Y is equal to 1, we have Z is equal to X. But Y is equal to 0, there will be no change in the output. Initially, we can take output as 0. Now, let us move on to the diagram. So, before drawing the state diagram, if we draw the state, this is tree structure, then it is very easy. Here, just listen here, we have 0, 0. If we have 1 bit change, either we will have 0, 1 or we will have 1, 0, isn't it? Here we have 0, 0. So here we should have only 1 bit change. So if we change the 0, 0, either we will have 0, 1 or 1, 0. Because we cannot put 1, 1. If you put 1, 1, 2 bits will get changed together. So for 0, 0, it may be either 0, 1 or 1, 0. Now see here, this is XY, this is XY. Now if Y is equal to 1, what is the condition? If Y is equal to 1, Z will be equal to X. So what this is z. Z will be equal to x, that is output is 0. If y is equal to 0, if y is equal to 0, then there will be no change in the output. What is the output here? 0, because here y is 0. So here we have to follow this condition because this is the question. So 0 1 1 0, because here we have 0 0. For 1 bit change, either we can write 0 1 or 1 0. These two are new states, isn't it? So we can give a name for this. This is B, this is C. That's it. And the next one, again here we have 1 bit change. If here we have 1 bit change 0 1, we can write this as 1 1, or we can write this as 0 0, isn't it? If 0 1, in this 0 1, if we have only 1 bit change, either we can write this as 1 1, so that we will get only 1 bit change, or we can write this as 0 0, so that we will get only 1 bit change. Now here we have y is equal to 1. This is x and this is y. So y is equal to 1. If y is equal to 1, then z is equal to x. As per our question, z is equal to x. So the output will be equal to, if y is equal to 1, z is equal to x. Therefore it is 1. So if y is equal to 1, z is equal to x. So next here, if y is equal to 0, there will be no change in the output. So what is the output here? It is 0. Now let us give another name, because this is new state 1 1. There is no 1 1 state. So we can give D, because here we have A, B, C. This is D. But here this is 0 by 0. Already here the state exists. So we have to represent this A. Next, we cannot continue here because this is not new state. If you continue here, what happens? Again this will continue. So we have to continue here. That is D, from D. Now if, see here, if here we have 1 1, isn't it? If we have 1 bit change, this will be either 1 0, or this will be either 0 1 1 1. So if we have 1 bit change, this will be either 1 0, or if we have 1 bit change, this will be either 0 1. Now check here, if y is equal to 0, there will be no change. If y is equal to 0, so here we have y is equal to 0, so we have output as 1. So check the previous state. Here y is equal to 1. So if y is equal to 1, then z will be equal to x. So this is 0 1 by 0. Now after writing this, we have to check whether the state exists previously. So here we have 0 1 0, and here also we have 0 1 by 0. Now here we have the same state B, 0 1 by 0, 0 1 by 0. And now we have to check here 1 0 by 1. Here we have 1 0 by 0. So this is a new state. So we have to give another name, that is A, B, C, D. After this we can give E here. Then again, if you continue this, here we have 1 0, isn't it? Here we have 1 0. So if you change 1 bit, we will get, let us do this. So here we have 1 0. So if we have 1 bit change, we will get 1 1. Or if we have 1 bit change, we will get 0 0. 1 0. If we have 1 bit change, we can write this as 1 1, or we can write this as 0 0. Now what will be the output? If y is equal to 1, z will be equal to x. So if y is equal to 1, z will be equal to x, that is 1. If y is equal to 0, if y is equal to 0, then there will be no change. So what is the previous output? It is 1. Now check here 1 1 by 1. So already the state exists. 1 1 by 1 is D. So no need to continue here. Again here we have 0 0 by 1. Let us check here 0 0 by 1. So it is a new state. So we have to put another new name, that is F. Now we have to continue this F. Listen here. This is F. Again here we have 0 0. So if you change the 0 0 1 bit, so we will have either 0 1 or 1 0. Either 0 1. For 0 0, for single bit change, either we'll have 0 1 or we'll have 1 0. Now if y is equal to 1, then z will be equal to x. If y is equal to 1, z will be equal to x. So z is equal to x, that is 0. Here if y is equal to 0, if y is equal to 0, then there will be no change in the output. So previously we had 1. That's it. Now we have to check whether the state exists already. So check here, 0 1 by 0, that is B. Here it is 1 0 by 1. So let us check 1 0 by 1. Where is it 1 0 by 1? We have to check this. If this exists already, then we have to complete here. That is 1 0 by 1 is E. So we have to check this, and now already this B and E exists. So no need to continue this. We have to stop here. So what we did is just one minute. Our input is XY, output is Z. So if you complete this diagram, that's it. We have completed the problem. So understanding this is very much important. So here we have A, input XY, output Z. So input XY, output Z. So let us start with 0 0. Initially the output is 0. Then if we have single bit change, this may be either 0 1 or 1 0. 0 1 1 0. Then this is XY, this is XY, and the output is Z. Now we have to check for X and Y inputs. If Y is equal to 1, because the question they have mentioned only Y. If Y is equal to 1, Z is equal to X. If Y is equal to 0, then there will be no change. Since there is no change, we have written 0. And here Z is equal to X, so X is equal to 0. Then we have to continue with this. If it is 0 1, then the single bit change is 1 1 0 0. So 1 1 or 0 0. Then we have missed here. Here we have C, isn't it? Here we have C, because this is a new state. C, if it is 1 0, we can write 1 1, or we'll have 0 0. So let us write this. Here it is 1 1 or 0 0. X Y. If Y is equal to 1, that will be X. So here we have 1. And here we have 0 0. So if Y is equal to 0, then there is no change, that is 0. So here 0 0 by 0 is A, and here 1 1 by 1 is D. Isn't it? So we have to check here. For 0 1, 1 bit changes 1 1 0 0. For 1 0, 1 bit changes 1 1 0 0. So we have to give new name. And here this 2 exists already, so we should not continue here, because this will continue. It will continue and it will extend. So no need to write this. Let us stop here. Then the next one is, if it is 1 1, then we have 1 0 0 1. Then the 0 1 already exists. 0 1 by 0 already exists. So let us stop here. Then here it is 1 0 by 1. So this is a new state. So we have to give new name. Then here we have 1 1 0 0. So even though 0 0 already exists, but here output is 1. So this is a new state. So we have to write F. But here 1 1 by 1 is already existing. Then here we have 0 0. So it may be 0 1 1 0. Then check for XY inputs. So based on the Y, if it is 1, Z will be X. If it is 0, then there will be no change. That's it. Now we have to draw the state diagram by keeping this. This is just a tree structure. For our convenience, we are drawing this. We have to draw the state diagram. Let us draw the state diagram by keeping this tree structure. So first we have A. Here it is A. Let me minimize. Okay. Here it is A. So let us start at A. And the output is 0. A by 0. This is the state diagram. A, it remains in the same state when it is 0 0. A, it remains in the same state A when it is 0 0, and the output is 0. Then A will go to B when the input is 0 1 and the output is 0. So A will go to B. Output is 0. This is B and Z is the output, so it is 0. And when it will move to 0 1, when it is 0 1. Again A, this will go to C when the input is 1 0. So let us write here C, output is 0. A will go to C. So according to this diagram, A will go to C when the input is 1 0. So A will go to C when the input is 1 0 and its output is 0. Then we have D. So let us write here D, and the output for this is 1. So output is 1 here. So D, the output is, let me show this, D, is it visible? Yeah, D, output is 1. D output is 1. Here, if B when it is 1 1, B when it is 1 1 goes to D. B when it is 1 1 goes to D, and the output is 1. Then B when it is 0 0 will go to A. B when it is 0 0, that will go to A. So B when it is 0 0, it will go to A and the output is 0. So B when it is 0 0, that will go to A, output is 0. So we have completed up to this. Then D will go to E when it is 1 0. So D will go to E. See, D will go to E when it is 1 0 and the output is 1. Output is 1 and when it is 1 0. Then D will go to B when it is 0 1. So D will go to B. D will go to B. When it is, D will go to B when it is 0 1. When it is 0 1. So we have completed up to this. Then E will go to D when it is 1 1. So E will go to D when it is 1 1. Then the next one, E will go to F. This is a new state. E will go to F when it is 0 0. So E will go to F when it is 0 0 and the output for this is 1. So output is 1. Next, we have completed up to this. F will go to B when it is 0 1. So F will go to B when F will go to B when it is 0 1. So when it is 0 1. Next, F will go to E when it is 1 0. So F will go to E when it is 1 0. Then we have completed this entire structure. Now we have to do this. A will go to C when it is 1 0. So A will go to C. A will go to C when it is 1 0. When it is 1 0. Then C will go to D. C, whereas C will go to D. Either we can take like this or we can draw line like this. A will go, that is C will go to D when it is 1 1. C will go to D when it is 1 1. Next, C will go to A when it is 0 0. C will go to A. C will go to A when it is 0 0. That's it. Then the next one, see here, A will remain in the same state A when it is 0 0. B will remain in the same state when it is 0 1. Likewise, C will remain in the same state when it is 1 0. And D will remain in the same state when it is 1 1. So E will remain in the same state when it is 1 0. Then F will remain in the same state when it is 0 0. So we have to draw that. So A remains in the same state when it is 0 0. Then B remains in the same state when it is 0 1. So B remains in the same state when it is 0 1. C remains in the same state when it is 1 0. So C remains in the same state when it is 1 0. Then D remains in the one state when it is 1 1. So D remains in the same state when it is 1 1. Then E remains in the same state when it is 1 0. So E remains in the same state when it is 1 0. Then F remains in the same state when it is 0 0. F remains in the same state when it is 0 0. So that's it. By keeping this question, so if we draw the state diagram directly, we'll get lot of confusions. So if we draw the tree structure like this, and if you continue state diagram from this diagram, then it will be easy for us. So this is our step 1. Now this is our step 1, that is state diagram. Now what is our step 2? Here we have step 2. That step 2 is we have to construct the primitive flow table. Now we have to construct primitive flow table. How can we construct the primitive flow table? That is, we used to write that state table, isn't it? Likewise, here we have primitive flow table which represents present state, and here we have next state, then we have output, that is Z, and what are the inputs we have here? That is XY, which represents 0 0, then XY, which is equal to 0 1, then XY, which is equal to 1 1, and XY, which will be equal to 1 0. Now we have to form a table for this. So this is called as primitive flow table, and here we have to write the present states, that is X, A, B, C, D, E, F, and the corresponding outputs for that. This is called as primitive flow table. And what are the states now we got? That is A, B, C, D, E, F. Then next state. So how can we write the next states? Let us check this. Here we have A. If A is the present state, it remains in the same state when XY is equal to 0 0. So it remains in the same state A, and the output for that is 0. Output for this is 0. Next, A, when it is 0 1, it goes to B. So when it is 0 1, it goes to B. And in the primitive flow table, what we have to remember is we should not write the outputs for the other states. Here if it is A, then we have to write the output only for the A state. Here we should not write any outputs for XY is equal to 0 1. That is, if we have A here, then we have to write output for A. If we have A here, we have to write output for A. Likewise, if we have B here, then we have to write only output for B. We should not write for other states. So here we have to represent dash. Then A, it will go to C when it is 1 0. It will go to C when it is 1 0, and here we should not write the output because this is another state. A, here if it is A, we have to represent only A state's output. Then if it is B, then we have to represent only B state's output. And here A is not going to 1 1 anywhere. So we have to represent this dash dash. Likewise B. If B remains in the same state when it is 0 1. So when it is 0 1, B will remain in the same state and its output is 0. Then B, it will move to A when it is 0 0. B will move to A when it is 0 0. So we should not represent here any outputs because this is another state. Likewise B, let us check where is B again. If B is present, then we have to represent that. B, it will move to D when it is 1 1. It will move to D when it is 1 1. So represent dash. So here it is dash dash because only two states will be possible. Then let us move for C. C, when it is 1 0, it remains in the same state. C remains in the same state when it is 1 0, and the output for this will be 0. So C comma 0. Then here C moves to D when it is 1 1. C will move to D when it is 1 1. So we should not represent output because this is another state. So if we get C here, then we have to write the output. Then the next one is, that's it. So D will move to A when it is 0 0. D will move to A when it is 0 0. Don't represent output. Then we cannot get another state. Then D. D will move to E when it is 1 0. D will move to E when it is 1 0. Don't write the output. D remains in the same state when it is 1 1. So D remains in the same state when it is 1 1 and the output is 1 because this belongs to D. D state, present state. Then D, where is D? D moves to A. D moves to B when it is 0, 1. When it is 0, 1, it moves to next state B, and we don't get anything here. Then E. When it is 1, 1, it will move to D. When it is 1, 1, it will move to D. Don't write output. Then E remains in the same state when it is 1, 0. So E remains in the same state when it is 1, 0. So when it is 1, 0, it remains in the same state, and the output for that is 1, because the next state is for E, present state. So we have to write the output here. Then E will move to F when it is 0, 0. E will move to F when it is 0, 0. So we should not write anything. Then F, where is F state? It remains in the same state when it is 0, 0. So it remains in the same state when it is 0, 0, and the output for this is 1. Output is 1 because this is F state. Then F, it will move to B when it is 0, 1. It will move to B when it is 0, 1. The present state is 0, 1. It moves to B. Since it is other state, we should not represent output here. Then F, it will move to E when it is 1, 0. It will move to E when it is 1, 0, and you should not represent output here. And here we don't have anything. So this is our second stage, that is we have to construct the primitive flow table. So after constructing primitive flow table, what we have to do is we have to check. So this is A. Here we have B. Here we have C. Then this is D state, E state, F state. So we have to write only output for the states. A, B, B. Then the rest should be represented as dash. Then the next one is we have to reduce the primitive flow table. So how can we reduce the primitive flow table? Let us check. We have to merge the states. We have to merge every states to single state if it is possible. Let us check here. Here we have A, and this dash may be either 0 or 1. Since we have represented dash, so we can take this as 0. And here B, B, B. This is dash. So we can take this dash as D. So D, D, D. And here we have C. Then here we have 0. So we can represent this as 0. So we can merge these three. Likewise, we can merge these three groups, because here we have dash. So we can take this dash as F. And here we can take this as 1. And here we have B. So we can take this as B, and everything is dash. Here we have D. So we can take this as 1, and here it is D. And here we have E. So we can merge this 3 and this 3. This is called as step 3, which is reduction of primitive flow tables. How we are reducing the primitive flow table. So how we are reducing the primitive flow table? So since this 3 we have taken as common, so we can write this A, B, C as S0. Then this 3 D, E, F, we can take this D, E, F as S1. So we can take this A, B, C as S0 present state and D, E, F as S1 present state. And how can we represent this in the merger graph? Let us take this is A, B, C. So this is A, B, C. So let us take this A, B, C. This is D, E, F. D, E, F. So whatever may be. This is called as merger graph, because we have merged A, B, C and we have merged D, E, F. So this is called as merger graph. Then the next one is, here we have to write the reduced primitive flow table. So how can we write the reduced primitive flow table? Again we have to represent the present state. So here we have present state, then here we have next state, comma, here we have output. We have next state and here it is output. There xy is equal to 0, 0, xy 0, 1, xy 1, 1, xy is equal to 1, 0. So we have to write the reduced primitive flow table. So here we can form a table. And listen here, what are the states we have taken now? We have to represent this A, B, C as S0, D, E, F as S1. So this is S0, this is S1. And what is the next state here? We have to take this as S0. So check here, we have combined these three, isn't it? So we have to check here. A comes under S0. So S0, comma, what is the output for this? That is 0. And now let us check here. Here we are getting B here, isn't it? Here B. So this B comes under S0. So S0, comma, what is the output here? 0. So S0, comma, 0. Then let us check here. Here we are getting D because we have merged these three. So we have to check, compare only these three. So we are getting D here. D, comma, sorry, S1. So D represents S1. So this is S1, comma. Here we have dash. So dash. And here C. So for the first three we are getting C. So C comes under S0. S0, comma. Here we have 0. That's it. Now let us move on to the last three. That is D, E, F. Here we have F. So F comes under S1. So S1, comma. Here we have 1. Now let us check this three. Here we have B. That is S0, comma. Here we don't have any outputs. So we can represent as dash. And here we have D. D comes under S1. So S1, comma. Here we have 1. So 1. And here E. E comes under S1. So S1, comma. Here we have 1. So what are the states we are getting common here? So here we have S0. And here we have S0. And here we have S0. So we have to circle this. Here we have S1, S1, S1. So for S0 we have written this. So we are writing this. We have assigned ABC as S0 and we have assigned DEF as S1. So we have only two states now. Why we are having only two states? Because we have merged this ABC, that is A as ABC as S0, and we have merged this DEF as S1. Isn't it? So we have to represent only two groups, S0, S1. So if we have ABC here, we have to represent S0. If we have DEF, then we have to represent as S1. Now this S0 is present here, so we have to circle this. And here we have S1. So this is S0. We should not circle this too. This is our step 3, that is reducing primitive flow table. Now let us move on to the next step. So what is our next step? Next step is assigning binary values. So we have to, this is our step 4. We have to assign the binary values for this states. Assign binary values to the states based on the race-free assignment. Based on the values to states, that is based on race-free assignment. So we have to assign the values. How can we assign the values? So we can take this again, present state. This is our present state, and we can take next state. Then output Z. Let us take present state as A, next state as A plus, and output Z. And what are the next states? We know xy 0 0, xy is equal to 0 1, xy is equal to 1 1, and xy is equal to 1 0. So this is the binary assignment. So we are going to assign values. Now let us take A. So let us compare with this previous table. See here we have S0. So let us assign 0 for S0, 1 for S1. Let us assign 0 for S0. 0 comma 0. Then here it is 1 comma dash. Here it is 0 comma 0. And here it is 1 comma 1. It is 0 comma dash, 1 comma 1, 1 comma 1. This is our state assignment. This is based on race around condition, because here we have 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. If you write 1 0 1 1, then you get a race, critical race conditions. And this is for race free assignment. Then what is our next step? So after assigning the values for this, the next step is we have to find the output table. So step 5, this is our step 5. We have to find the output table. So how can we find the output table? Because in the question they have mentioned to use D flip-flop, isn't it? In the question we have D flip-flop. So we have to use the D flip-flop. Now write the D flip-flop excitation table. So Qn plus 1. This is our next state, and this is our D flip-flop. If it is 0 0, this is the excitation table for D flip-flop. 0 1 1 0 1 1. So here we have 0 1 0 1. Now we have to write the flip-flop inputs. Again we have to write the table. This is our present state A, and here we have flip-flop inputs. These are called as flip-flop input D. this is our output z. So xy is equal to 0 0, xy is equal to 0 1, xy is equal to 1 1, xy is equal to 1 0. Let us form a table. See, okay, now here we have 0, here we have 0 1, isn't it? Now we have to check 0 0. So if we have present state 0, now what we have to do is check this present state 0, next state 0. For 0 0, D flip-flop input is 0, and here we have output as 0. Then compare this 0 0, 0, and the output is 0. 0 1, for 0 1 it is 1, 1 comma dash. Then for 0 0, we have 0, output is 0. Then for 1 1, for 1 1 we will get 1, output is 1. Then for 1 0, for 1 0 0, comma, here we don't have any output. For 1 1, for 1 1 it is 1 comma 1. Then for 1 1 we will get 1 comma 1. Here we will get confusion really, because this is our next state, this is our next state, this is our output, because when we write also we are getting the same. So don't get confusion. This is our present state, this is our present state, this is our next state. So we have to take this 0 0, then 0 0 0 1 0 0, then 1 1 1 0 1 1 1 0. Now we have found the table. Then the next step what we have to do is we have to find the K-map for this. Step 6. So in the step 6, find the flip-flop input equation. So we have to find the input equation and output equation using K-map. So we have to use K-map. So how can we find K-map? See here. Here we have 1 2 3. This is A, this is xy, A xy, and this is for actually D. Here we have D. So we are going to find for D. 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. Here it is 0 1. So what for 0 0 it is 0 0 0 it is 0. For 0 0 1 it is 0. 0 1 1 it is 1. And the one more thing is, if we have dash here, this dash should be represented as 0. So this dash should be represented as 0. For 0 1 1 it is 1. For 0 1 0 it is 0. For 1 0 0 1. Because this is our D flip-flop inputs, this is our output. So don't get confusion. This is our input, so we are writing only for this. So for 1 0 0 it is 1. For 1 0 1 it is 0. For 1 1 1 it is 1. For 1 1 0 it is 1. Now we have to pair this. See here. This is one pair. This is another pair. Now what is the equation for this? Here we have A, and here 0 1 cancels. So here we have y bar. And here we have, what is the expression for this? 0 1 cancels. So here we have xy. Therefore D is equal to xy plus a y bar. Then we have to find the K-map for output. This is output, K-map for Z. This is A, this is xy, again 0 1 0 0 0 1 1 1 1 0. So this is output. For 0 0 0 0, for 0 0 1 0, for 0 1 1 dash. So this dash should be represented as 0. For 0 1 0 it is 0. For 1 0 0 1, for 1 0 0 1, 1 0 1, for 1 0 1 it is dash, so represent as 0. For 1 1 1 it is 1. For 1 1 0 it is 1 here. Now form group. See here. Here one group and this is another group. For this group, here we have A. Then here we have X, AX. For this group, so let us combine these two. Here we have A. Now let us check this. X bar cancel, so y bar. Therefore z is equal to ax plus a y bar. Then finally we have to draw the logic diagram. So we know how to draw the diagram by using this D flip-flop. Or let us take D flip-flop. Here we have D flip-flop. Then what are the things available? That is D is equal to xy plus D is equal to xy plus ay bar, and z is equal to ax plus ay bar. Ax plus ay bar. This is the expression. So let us take this as a bar, x bar. Let us take this as y bar. Let us take this as x bar. Now what is D? D is equal to xy. So xy. This is xy. Ay bar. Ay bar. This is ay bar. These two are added. So use a OR gate. Then this should be given to D flip-flop. Then the next output. Output a x. A into x. Then a into y bar. A into y bar. This is our z. So here we have a bar. So this is our a, this is our a bar. This is our logic diagram. So like this we have to complete the problem. So what we have to do is, just first this is the question. So according to the question, our first step is draw the tree diagram. From the tree diagram, draw the state diagram. For the state diagram, write the primitive flow table. Then reduce this primitive flow table. Then assign the values for this primitive flow table. Then use the flip-flop given. Then draw the that is by using K-map, minimize the expression. Then draw the diagram for this minimized expression. Hope you understand. You like this. If you like this, subscribe, share and support. Thank you. We'll meet in the next video.